Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jewel and Arit here.
Hello.
And welcome to the Essetino Weekly Mastermind, episode number 114.
That's it, 14. 114. Yes, welcome everybody. It's another Thursday live stream. Happy to be back this week for you. Welcome back if you are used to joining us on Thursdays, and welcome if you're new here. My name is Arit, and this is Jewel. We're founders of Essetino Media, where we help you create profitable content. So we talk a lot about marketing and YouTube and social media and growing your business and content creation and mindset and everything under the umbrella of entrepreneurship. So we're happy to have you here, and we host these live streams every single week to be a resource for you to network with other like-minded creators, and also to engage in some pretty cool discussions and answer your questions. So we welcome you.
Cool. All right. So we like to start off the show with sharing some wins. So share some wins. It can be big. It can be small. Share your wins for the week. We like to start off with that energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we'll start off with some of our wins, and then we'll get to the people.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. So here's some cool wins, and one of which literally just happened an hour ago. So actually, this one also happened earlier today. So earlier this morning, one of our clients messaged us and said that his website attracted an investor. So his website is called Freedom Vest Properties, and they are based out of Alberta, Canada. I think they're in Edmonton.
Mm-hmm.
And anyways, he's a real estate investor, and he does cool projects. I think he's working on like a sixplex is what they call it, where they build a building and like there's going to be 6 different units. I'm not sure if it's like you can have an upstairs and like a basement thing. So then it turns into 12 technically.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like he calls it a sixplex, and they're working on that. Anyways, he works on these kinds of projects. We're actually working on building a huge course for him right now, over 100 lectures on how to build your own basement suite. Anyways, Arit designed his website, and it attracted an investor. So his name is Brian, and his whole thing is like he wants to attract investors into Freedom Vest Properties to do these projects, right? That's what you kind of do when you're a real estate investor. Is you can't always pay for everything yourself, and you need like to partner. Real estate investing is all about partnerships, like in every direction.
Yeah,
like, there's partnerships everywhere.
Yeah,
and so you need money partners as well. So he attracted a real estate investor through his website. He was so happy that he actually got someone, and Arit designed it. You did a really great job designing it. He had a very specific vision for this website.
Yeah, so basically it was through the messaging that he attracted that. We worked a lot on the messaging together. So when I do the messaging for a website client, I spend a lot of time on who that person is, who is coming to the site, what is it that they're looking for, what do they desire, what challenges are they going through, and how can you as the business, the brand, help them in that journey. So there's a lot that goes into that messaging, and it's so cool. This happened actually with the security website that I designed so it's really cool that that as soon as the website launches, that these clients are having very short after wins and bringing business into their businesses.
It's extremely rewarding.
It's so cool. Yeah, I love hearing those stories, and that's a huge win for Brian, for Freedom Best Properties, and also for us to hear that story.
Yeah. Another one here is, we don't typically get these. We got a little mini sponsorship deal for some videos. We wanted to dive a little bit more into that. So we were actually approached. We get many emails, many people, wanting us to represent things. 99% of the time, the email gets deleted, unfortunately, because we have to be very, very selective with what we choose. This time, we got an email. Well, and first of all, a lot of it is spam. This time,
a lot of the stuff is like we have to.
It's like a scam.
Like we just kind of, it's all deleted. So many people reach out to YouTube creators. I'm sure some of you guys have experienced this as well, right? With opportunities, you really have to vet to make sure what's real and what's not.
And so we got an email where someone was offering a typical affiliate link. So they were like, hey, we'll give you an affiliate link. It's 30% commission, and we'll give you a discount code for your audience. And we were like, yeah, that's all right. I mean, that's pretty standard. Like we have to be very selective. And so we had to think, would we want to represent this brand? So we're like, yeah, you know what? Let's email them back and let's flip the switch here a little bit. And Arit, who is an email marketing whiz, when it comes to communication, like I highly, highly recommend working on that kind of skill, both through talking and typing, because it is very different. And some people are really good at one or the other and not both. And so she messaged them back and she said, thank you so much for the offer. Super appreciate it. We usually get paid for these kinds of videos. We usually get paid per video, or it can be like a package of videos. And here's the key here. You don't just go, I only get paid, sorry, denied offer. The key here was in the email she wrote, do you guys have a marketing budget for something like this? Instead of like being so cutthroat and being like, no, I only get paid to do these kinds of things. It's kind of flipping it back to them in a nice way and being like, oh, do we have a marketing budget?
Yeah,
we should, or we do.
I actually didn't use the word paid. I didn't say we usually get paid. I said something like, we can offer to do a paid sponsored video. And then, I outlined the detail of it. And then at the end, yes, that was the key question. Do you have a marketing budget for this?
Yeah. It depends on the company that you're asking this for, but for sure we knew that this company did. And, they talked about it internally. Obviously, they did their due diligence, looked at our channel and stuff. Long story short, we got it. And it's a cool one because we don't usually get sponsored. We don't usually take on sponsorships. It's not our main focus. You guys know our main focus is getting coaching clients and design clients from our YouTube videos. So that was a cool win for us. If you guys are in the course, the Profitable Channel course, we will go dive deeper more and be show you the typing and the email and the correspondence and stuff, and really explain like our price points and things like that. So if you're on the course, we will be creating content for that.
Let's head over to, I see some other people posted their wins too.
Yeah.
And saying hello. Lisa, thank you so much for the super sticker.
Last week you gave us a super sticker too. So wow, thank you so much.
Nice of you. Thank you for your support, Lisa.
You're a rock star.
I see here that you weren't able to join for this evening, but you still managed to drop in. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy spending time with your nephew.
Yeah. And just I want to give a little special for Lisa. You guys in the chat here, give her a clapping emoji because Lisa's always the first one. She constantly is always doing super stickers, and you're just amazing. So thank you so much for the support. So if anybody wants to give her a clap emoji, that would be great. All right.
Okay,
and we've got Roland in the house.
CF Moto, Side Rider. Hello, good evening. And Brenda, hello.
Brenda, I saw your latest video, and I was happy to see that you had repurposed your interview with Author Nation, which was really cool. And we've got Braden Dean's in the house, flying out tomorrow for Edmonton house inspection.
Awesome.
The new house
Very
to go.
cool.
Congratulations. That's definitely a win.
Yeah, that's huge. Win just uploaded a short video less than an hour ago and already have 1,000 views, over 1,000 views.
That's so
Very
cool.
cool.
What was the short on?
That's awesome. And Dawn, hello.
Donda's Life. We have not seen you in a
A
while.
long time no see. Just working and lurking.
That's a t-shirt idea right there.
Yeah, working and lurking. That's a good one.
Nice to see your friendly faces. And amazing. If you guys are into diamond painting, check out Donda's Life. She actually sent me this blue whale diamond painting. I had said way back before my nephew was born that my sister and her husband, they wanted to do like an ocean whale thing. And she sent me one. It was so nice of her. So thank you so much for that.
Okay, Brenda's sharing a win. 600 subscribers. Awesome. And this week I launched my first 2 paid memoir mentoring groups.
Wow.
Very cool. How did it go? They both received great reviews from the participants. That's so cool.
Wait, you're running 2 different mentoring groups?
Are you going to be doing this like as a monthly thing, or maybe, like in seasons or quarters of the year? Yeah, let us know how often. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. And Roland's saying, Brenda, you are growing at a faster pace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the snowball is running down the hill now.
The snowball.
Very cool.
Oh, yeah. Roland's saying that's awesome to the sponsored video. And yes, we delete like 100 emails probably a day.
Hi, Phil. How's it going?
Phil's in the house. Hey, Phil.
How has your week been, Phil?
Congrats on your wins, Jewel and Marie. Thank you. And Tracy's in the house. Hey, Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
And Timothy.
Hello, Timothy.
Great win. And
very cool, very cool.
All the knowledge helps. Oh yeah, and people are doing they are doing them. Yes. Cool.
Awesome. Roland's saying a simple 15-second short driving through downtown of our little town on the CF Moto Z Force with a trending music video by Nickelback.
Nice.
Very cool.
Timothy says 4 subscribers reached last night, or no, 4,000. There we go. I'm like, that's amazing. 4,000 subscribers. Wow. Congrats, Timothy. Woo! The growth is starting to happen on your channel as well, because I see that you are making moves with your content, with the energy. The energy also helps.
This is so exciting, guys. Great wins this past week. I see Tamil's here too. Hello, Tamil.
Tamil's in the house. Hey, Tamil.
How has your week been? That's awesome.
And then I forgot to say one more win was I had to take a break in the last little bit here in August to do Facebook Marketplace deals, because it was like really crazy and it was last bit of summer, and I did like a bunch of Facebook Marketplace deals, like 3 or 4 deals, and just one an hour ago. And some things, it's crazy what you can sell. And I sold a plastic rocking chair for $70, and that was normally $100. So the fact that, and here's also the cool thing, my dad got it for free. So that I'm really excited about. And I think I did like 3 or 4 marketplace deals. I always encourage people, if you need to make quick cash for your business or whatever, Facebook Marketplace is a very easy way to do it. All right. So the title is Create Trust with Your Content, because that's how you convert people.
Yeah, well, so one of the, our tagline is create profitable content. There's so many different ways you can look at this topic, so many ways to talk about this. And a really key thing here to remember is that when you're posting online, like all it is just building relationships with people. Each piece of content that you're putting out there, you're building that relationship. And of course, if you want people to come back to your website or to connect with you, follow you, subscribe, comment, any of these kinds of things, they need to see that sense of trust, right? If people are going to give you money or are going to take an action based on something that you put out, you do have to create that trust. And one of the key ways to do that, I know you guys hear this all the time, it's consistency. And I'm hammering that in over and over again because a lot of people don't stay consistent. A lot of people know that they need to, but they don't, right? And it comes back to having that process, having a method, having a system where you can come back into it. You know exactly what you need to do on a week-to-week basis. Keep posting your content out there, whether you're focusing on YouTube or whatever platform it is. That's one thing. Building trust comes in many other different forms too. So, and I have other things to share with you too, but I want to hear from you guys. How do you think, put it in the comments, how do you think one can build trust with a post, let's say, whether that's a written post or a video? What is something that you can do to build trust with other people with your social media content? So put that in the comments there. Another thing that while you are sharing that in the comments, another thing that we talk about as well is sharing, empathizing with people and sharing with them that you know what it is that they're going through. So as a business owner, you have a product or a service. I know not everybody here is selling a product or service, but if you're not doing that, you're selling yourself, right? And so if you have a product or service, this is a solution to someone's problem, to someone's challenge, right? And this is what business is. That's what we do as entrepreneurs, is solving problems. So in a sense, if you're connecting with people on those challenges, on those problems, you're empathizing with them on what it is that they're going through. You're like, I know what it's like to be stuck in a hamster wheel, posting content online without getting any results, right? That's something that we use, like the language that we use, because we have products and services that can help people actually get results from their marketing. So that's just one example. Do you have I can't think of another example in terms of the empathizing, but but there's so many different ways that you could do that. I know some of you have seen a video that I think it was on YouTube that we posted not too long ago, talking about overcoming objections. So when you think about who it is that you're talking to, who watches your videos, who your audience is, who buys your products, your services, what might be going through their head that might stop them from actually doing business with you? That's another huge thing. Again, you're empathizing with them on those challenges. You're like, I'll give you an example. You don't need the best video equipment and you don't need the best gear to be successful on YouTube. A lot of people see that as a challenge to starting a channel or growing a channel. It's like, I don't know all this tech stuff. This is it's hard to figure out, right? So if you really just connect with people, remember that social media posting is just all about connecting with people, helping them through challenges, helping them feel something, whether that's relief or inspiration or laughter. If you put out funny videos, helping them feel some sort of emotion. This is all it just comes back down to the authenticity, and you're building trust. You're connecting with people. That, and like, video is one of the fastest ways, in my opinion, to do that. You can absolutely do that with written content, but we like to see each other. It's so easy to hide behind a web browser and like the internet and stuff, right? So if someone sees you, again, that adds to the element of trust.
Just before we move on, I'm going to say, if you're enjoying the content, give a thumbs up. Thank you. And to speak to that video, which also relates to what Braden was saying here about how you don't like Facebook Marketplace deals because people show up with less than agreed upon or don't show up at all. So in literally doing hundreds of deals, I rarely ever have this happen where people don't show up or they're giving me less than what was the price that I had set. And it's all in how you set yourself up, honestly, like how you set the listing up. So, and that what I'm relating it to is the trust thing.
Yeah.
So I'm very confident in my Facebook profile because I know that all those people on Facebook Marketplace, they look me up. And usually when they see me, they know who I am already, like when I'm approaching. And I guarantee they've watched some of my videos. They've probably seen some of these live streams because they post on my profile and stuff.
Transparency.
So I'm creating, like, that profile there is like already doing its thing with creating trust.
Yeah.
And so, and I just want to give you some off-topic advice here. Selling and being the seller and being the buyer, there's like an energy battle that happens, and you want to be the one in control. So another thing that you said is expect you to deliver free items. In all of my listings, I say pick up only, please. I'm still nice. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but this deal ain't happening unless you're picking it up. Pick up only, please. And I realized that that can, get rid of a lot of people, but I honestly don't have time to go out and meet people. Now, I do still meet people if the item is worth my time. So when I was selling a $400 item, yes, I will come meet you in different parts of the city for that item. But if it's not like $200, I'm probably not going to deliver it to you. So
I was going to say, like, what you're talking about, it absolutely applies to building trust, because you're talking about trust in a sense of when the actual deal happens.
Before even.
Well, I mean, like, because we were talking about posting and stuff, but when the deal happens, that is like when you need to set clear expectations up even more. So the way that you do that, you build that trust, is clear communication.
Yes, I'm very clear.
I will do this. You are expected to do this, right? And I think that's what you're relating to, is like, it's just clear, like, these are the locations to come pick up. You come to me, or whatever it is, however you say that, but it's clear communication.
Yeah, I have a very set, specific system. This is how, if I wanted to make Facebook Marketplace a full-time gig, I could, but I don't want to. It's all in how you, from the taking the pictures, like, I come off as very professional. The photos are looking so good. The way I'm writing, like, there's copywriting happening in there. I'm being like polite. I'm saying pick up only, please. When I'm conversating, I have a pretty good gauge of this kind of person that I'm interacting with. And if I can see that they're really sloppy, they're take forever to respond, just like, even like the language that they're using with their writing and stuff, I won't like that. I know that that's not a good lead for me. So I will gladly, like, just move on to the next person and the next person until I can get the deal. And it's extremely rare that I have a no-show or that they are trying to, like, lowball me. It's like I can count less than on one hand that's happened.
There's a saying in copywriting, in the copywriting world, so like writing messaging and copy for like websites and stuff, that says, when you confuse, you lose. And so what it's saying is, like, when visitors are coming to, it could be a website, it could be a listing, it could be whatever piece of content you want them to look at. If there's any confusion around what they're expected to do, around what they're going to receive, anything like that, then you're going to lose them. It's easy for them to just like click out, or, you know, this is kind of worse. Maybe the deal does go through, but then expectations aren't clear, and it could end up to like a bad review or something like bad later down the road, wasted time, all this kind of stuff. So how can you be more clear with your communication? It doesn't just go to the right in what you were saying, Facebook Marketplace listing, but in general with your social media posts. For those of you who have websites, like on the landing pages of your websites, how can you make it super clear what it is that you are offering and what's expected from that person if they're going to work with you?
Mm-hmm. And I've refined the selling system over the years, and I have like a very specific way of doing things. I can literally like calculate if this deal is going through or not. And it's like, when someone goes, "Hey, is this available?" I go, if it is, I go, "Yes, would you like to purchase it?" And if they go, "Yes," then I go, "Okay, what time can you meet? I can meet at this time here. This is pickup." Like, I'm very like, and then it happens quicker and faster, the deals.
Mm-hmm.
Tamil, be authentic, she was saying, because you were asking that question.
Yeah. So Tamil's answering the question of what are some other ways to build trust with your content. Be authentic, absolutely. It ties into transparency, right? People can kind of tell when, if you're shying away from something or being vague, or if you don't really know your stuff, or if you're trying to be someone that you're not. It comes across in the content. So yeah, that's huge. And I'm
going to say, in the book Captivate, and also I also watch YouTube channels where there will be like an investigator, and they will watch a tape of someone, and then they'll be like, "Oh, they did that with their eyes, so like they're lying," or something like that. And they're like, "Do you see how they move their hand there in that split second?" And like, usually you don't see it. Like, so there are things that you are doing that are, showing that could potentially be showing that you're not being authentic or real. There are things that on a human nature that we can just pick up on, that you can't really explain, that you can just, it's like a feeling you can just tell, right?
That's why when we work with someone new, for video content specifically, we tell them to look at the camera and talk to the camera as if they're talking to a friend, because that's when people are most relaxed. That's when people are more themselves, and they're more authentic that way as well. And yes, it still takes time to practice speaking to a piece of equipment in front of you, but you want to bring that energy into it. And if it's written, if it's a written post, then same thing. It doesn't have to be a formal essay. It doesn't have to sound like so official and professional. Actually, the like some of the bigger publications, like the really big blog posts, like entrepreneur.com, Forbes, like all of these really big publications out there, right? They like bloggers in their writing to speak more authentically, to show a little bit of their personality in their writing. It's what makes it unique, and it's what makes the blog post, the content, really good and exciting to read, is as if you're hearing it being said from a friend or someone that you know, right?
And also, side note, I'm not sure if we mentioned it as a win, but Arit got an article published on a blog.
Oh yeah, I was posting that around a while ago. Yeah. It was a few weeks ago that happened. So yeah, I'm experimenting with writing blog posts right now and just sharing
as a way of lead gen.
Yeah, as a way of generating more eyes on the content, bringing more people to our website to opt in for our free training, for our free guide. So yeah, it's super fun. That like I'd rather kind of do that a little bit than posting on other platforms.
I know you really like writing, and I was so excited. Like Ari was so happy. She's like, I got published on the blog, and I was like,
Yes.
whoa!
It's been like a goal of mine, and I'm going to continue, pitching content and blog posts to other publications.
It's kind of like a YouTube video, because it stays for years.
Yeah.
It gets indexed into the SEO. So it's kind of reminds me of like YouTube videos.
Yeah, that's why I love pieces of content that will last out there for years, rather than like a flash in the pan, like really quick type pieces of content that people won't even find like 24, 48 hours from now.
Braden's, I'm super excited to have a studio in the new house to create in. The first step is consistency and posting when you say you will. Yes.
Yeah.
In general, when you say something and then doing it, in Atomic Habits, they say that you're solidifying that when whatever you say and it gets done, then you do it. And so when you start to do it for anything, like whether it be, I'm going to create this YouTube video, and it's like, well, you said it. So your habit is to do it. And so, but if you have a habit of going the other way around, which is breaking it, then, you have that tendency to always break it that second you feel like you are not wanting to.
Yeah.
It took me a while to build that up, because I was on the opposite. I was like, oh, I don't feel like it. I was always that person. I was like considered the laziest, I would say.
Laziest?
Yeah, like I was
in comparison to
I was so like the opposite of who I am now.
It's a muscle. It's a muscle that needs to be worked over and over again, right? That is, I would say, one of the most important things is to just show up like as much as you can on
for
social
yourself.
media. Yeah, and for yourself, of course. It depends on your goals, right? We're not telling everyone, no, just post on social media all the time. It really depends on what it is that you're working towards. And the biggest thing, though, is to just show up. Part of that showing up as well is sharing your wins with other people, which we've talked about over and over again, right? Sharing things that you have achieved, sharing stories of people that you've helped, sharing when you do get featured on a blog post or whatever, because that all adds to how people see you, and it tells them that you're a competent guide in their story, on their journey, if they're needing help with this. Yeah, exactly. If they're needing help with this specific topic.
Timothy, I think it is so important to be consistent and stay true to our word. One of the reasons people love a particular TV show, because it is on every week at the same time. Yeah, I specifically remember coming home Friday night. Oh man, I was so excited. It's the weekend, TGIF Friday. And then there was that very few times where you're ready. It's 8 p.m. I had McDonald's and my meal ready to go. And then the show didn't come on for whatever reason. The programming was different.
You were so upset.
Oh God. And then it was just basic cable, right? Because you don't have Netflix at that time. Oh my God. The night was ruined. And then I would want to run to, was it H&R Block? Not H&R Block. Blockbuster.
To get your taxes done.
No, Blockbuster or Rogers Video to like save the evening.
Yeah.
Right? Oh my God.
Yeah.
We're so lucky to have movies on demand.
I know, right? Everything at your fingertips. Be authentic by showing your personal everyday beliefs, thoughts, and life. Yeah. Also goes hand in hand with showing up, right? And yeah, sharing those thoughts and those beliefs, again, you're building relationships. You know, if other people connect with those thoughts and beliefs that you share, you're strengthening those relationships, and you know, you're adding to the conversation that's already going on in other people's heads.
Braden says, this is something Tim does beautifully. Connecting with people and being genuinely happy to have him join his live stream. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I purposely go on your live stream sometimes, Timothy, and just type something to see your reaction, because you have the greatest reaction when somebody says something on your live stream.
Yeah.
You spot on right there.
That's a perfect example of just being able to feel someone's authentic energy when you see them on video, right?
Yeah, and if any of you watching the replay, if you want to see a professional artist, head over to Timothy's channel, and he's either doing airbrushing or pastel, and just see a master at work. Really, it's crazy. And people are saying congrats. And back to the Facebook Marketplace. This has never happened to me on Marketplace. I sell a ton of items. Yeah, I think it's really in the way that the listing is and the conversation. You definitely need to set expectations and communicate more clearly in your descriptions. Yeah, so you say you've just been describing the item itself. So I try and think outside of the box for the item. I do things like, this will make a great birthday gift for your grandmother, or something like that. If it is, you know, if I'm selling items that are geared towards seniors or something, or this will make a great item for your child, or birthday for a friend's kid or something like that. I always put these kinds of things to show the competence and to create the trust, honestly, because you know, people are taking a chance when they're buying from you. They're taking a chance to even conversate and to meet up with you because they're handing you the money. So that's why I try to make them feel as comfortable as possible, and I make the item as good as possible. If the item's used, I clean it, I wipe it, I try and get rid of whatever it is that's on there. And I try and give them the best experience possible. Is this no different than me doing like a YouTube coaching or this? I treat it all the same, even though it's like, you know, $50 item or whatever. I give it my all in all areas.
Think about the entire process when someone first comes to your listing, all the way to actually exchanging the money, right? What does that process look like? What questions might they have on that journey? And so if you clarify, you already do a great job, it sounds like, of describing the item, right? So if you clarify exactly what the item is, what they're going to get, how pickup works, when you're available, what areas you are in, all these questions that someone might have in their mind, maybe even like to do with like payment, you know?
Yeah.
Think about all these things, make it super transparent, put that in the listing and see what happens.
And Braden, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook Messenger or something, and I'll share with you like my exact template on how I write and things like that. And I literally do a template of and I just fill in the details for each item, and everything else pretty much stays the same in terms of the pickup only, the locations, and that kind of thing. Shout out to Timothy.
Timothy, thank
for
you.
The super sticker. And check this out.
Braden. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you. Fantastic and valuable advice. Can't wait to implement it.
Yeah, awesome. Please do
Love
implement that. And, you know, I want it to work for you so bad. It's like, it's just a small tweak. And, you know, Braden, we're from the same area. Like, you were in BC and stuff. I'm in BC. I'm in Vancouver. It's a lot of different kinds of people here, and it can be done. It's you know, you can have successful transactions for sure.
Thank you so much, Braden and Timothy. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy when people don't respond to messages immediately. It takes most of the day to make the deal happen or not. If you're interested, communicate.
Well, yeah. So one of the things that I do is I try and set the pace for it. So once they respond, it's like you have to be patient but fast at the same time. So when someone responds and they're like, "Hi, is this available?" And then you're like, "Yes, it is. Would you like to purchase it? I can meet here today." And then they're like, and then they respond something back. It's like you want it. It's like a hot lead. So I try to get back to them ASAP. If you take a day to get back to the message, then they're gonna take a day, potentially also mimic you and take a day to get back as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to drive the energy of the conversation. And yes, you will get those people that don't respond. And I'm just like, whatever, next. There's going to be a next person, next. It is the name of the game. It's so easy for someone to just pretend like they're interested and just send that message because they're bored or whatever. But yeah, you do need to have that mentality of, there's going to be a next person that comes and buys this item.
Unfortunately, Facebook makes Facebook makes it so easy to click that button saying, "Is this available?" But yeah, you will get some tire kickers from that too.
If I have to choose between Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, I choose Facebook Marketplace. It's way easier for me to make a sale because of my Facebook profile. It's like I'm already trustworthy.
Speaking to the trust, yeah, because they can see who you are. They know you're a real
Jules Essetino, you're on social media.
Business, yeah.
Post photos of your parents, like, yeah.
Absolutely. Hello, Lisa. I had to drop in on the live stream, let you know that I've ordered the diamond paintings yet, but one has a killer whales, one dolphin, and the other one says home sweet home. Cool.
Amazing.
You're going at it with the diamond paintings, Lisa.
Yeah, that's so cool. And people are saying, way to go, Reet, that you got featured on that blog. Blogging is so much fun for Timothy. And Lisa, another thing I'm ordering that I'm going to try and get myself into is a video camera.
Ooh.
Wow. What are you going to, film or anything like that? You could film yourself doing diamond painting. I know that Dawn Does Life does that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could just film yourself talking to the camera.
So all the ideas for social media we're discussing, can this be used on the YouTube community tab?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know if you guys noticed, but every time I do like a cool post that is relatable for our YouTube channel, so if it has to do with business, like actually no, you know what?
Let's show it. Bunch of different things. Yeah, so
let's show it.
I kind of think of the YouTube community tab almost like another mini platform, a little arm extension of YouTube, right? It's its own kind of world. So you can post many different things on your community tab. And absolutely, like, put all those things together. Put empathizing with people, all the things we talked about, consistently posting in your community tab, empathizing, talking about challenges that they're going through, like limiting beliefs, clear communication, your thoughts, all this kind of stuff, things that have worked for you, how you've helped clients. I'm just reviewing everything we talked about. We talked about a lot of things. If you got featured anywhere, if, all of these things that speak to your authority, your credibility, your way to empathize with those people, and just showing more of who you are. That's all relates into this trust thing. So absolutely use this to your advantage.
So this is our YouTube community tab, and I started taking it quite seriously earlier this year. As I mentioned, that I pretty much scheduled content for the YT community tab in February. I scheduled it out for the entire year. So I have posts that are going out until January. And again, when it comes January, I'm going to sit down and curate, because we have so much content on our channel that, it can be repurposed and reposted, and I'm going to schedule it out for the entire year. The cool thing is I did a base scheduling of posts for the year, and then every time something new comes, I just post it on top of that. So it's like extra. It's like bonus.
You're giving new life to old content. And you can even repurpose one piece of content. Like you have a video and you can pull a quote out of that. You can pull out a sentence and put that on. You could put it on an image post. You can do something up really quick in Canva. You could just put it as a text, and then you could put the video itself.
Oh, and do polls. So here's an image post. So I actually sat in on Facebook and I just made these in Facebook, and I spent like an hour going through all their visual templates, and I just
in Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, the backgrounds.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I just
see.
typed it out. I didn't post it. I just typed it out, and then I just screenshotted, and then it's
super DIY, easy way to do.
It's already done. I don't have to, because we have a screenshot taker, like on here. Yeah. So these are some videos here. Here's I went and another thing that I do is I follow a bunch of people on Facebook and Instagram. When I see something usually motivational, I screenshot it and I save it to my phone because I'm going to go schedule it later on. So this is Mel Robbins, right? If you're not successful yet, keep going. You just haven't failed enough. I thought that was so true. It is very true. You need to fail so many times. And so this is a post that I did on my Facebook. And I was, talking about jumping, right? You need to take the jump and actually do stuff. And we often post our Facebook posts on here as well. And so we have a whole bunch of different kinds of posts curated on our YT community. And I treat this like a Facebook, basically. It's like a Facebook profile posting thing. And the cool thing is that people who are not subscribed can see your stuff if they've watched a previous video of yours.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So long answer, Brenda? Yes.
Yeah.
You can.
All right.
Thank you, Reed and Jewel. Your live stream is such an inspiration for me to keep going. Amazing. I love hearing that, Timothy. Mm-hmm. Thank you. We just want to share everything that has worked for us on this journey. And when you kind of think about it from a more high level view, social media marketing I'm talking about, because I remember like years ago, I was so in my head about posting social media content. And when you kind of zoom out a little bit and see, like, it's all about building relationships. You're building a community around you, and you have an opportunity on every single platform to do that. Now, it comes down to how much time you have, your resources, time and money, because if you have more money, you could hire, you can, start building a team and get people to help you with that. But otherwise, it comes down to time. And so it's just, you got to just keep reminding yourself that it's about building connections, showing up over and over again, showing up, removing the perfectionism out of it, removing the need for it to be epic. These are all things that I went through. I know for other people it might be different, but yeah.
I post for me. I'm like, I like this photo and I like this effect, or I like this video, or this is a cool thing. I want to post it. And whoever likes it, likes it. Whoever doesn't, scroll past,
Yeah. There's so many other things for you to see. You can just scroll past.
Roland says you do communicate quickly, but yeah, there are some that take forever, and that's fine. Not everybody wants to because they're buying it, right? So they're not as motivated as you are to sell it. I know, it's the catch-22.
Don's saying, I would love another diamond painting YouTuber.
Yeah,
you guys should hook up.
This made me laugh. Can't wait to get my movie rentals at H&R Block.
Wouldn't that make it a lot more fun to go to H&R Block?
I know. I was, I would always go to Blockbuster and Roger's Video, and you just head over to new releases and you just scan the whole shelf, and had the copy and you had to get the one behind it.
I know. Yeah, you'd get tricked because there would sometimes be nothing behind it, because you'd see the cover and you're like, yeah, I want that one.
And then you're like, did anyone return anything?
Yeah. Yep. Blockbuster days.
Oh God. Okay.
I don't post on Instagram or Facebook because I can't do everything and I've lost interest. Yeah. But I want to use my YT YouTube community tab instead of Instagram or Facebook. Yeah, treat it like one of those feeds, and like it's good because, as Jewel said, people who aren't subscribed will see those posts, but at the same time, you are showing up for your subscribers in a different way than how they might normally see you.
Yeah.
So I think that's key. Like you're creating different types of content on there for them to see.
And for just off the top of my head here, just got some ideas for you, Brenda. I noticed that you read a lot of other people's memoirs, and then you take content from there, and you do share it in your videos. But you could do a picture of you reading the book, holding the book, just putting it on the table with your tea or coffee or whatever it is, you writing in your journal, showing your pens or whatever, just showing like a different side of you. And you can also do YT community tab polls. You can do those as well and get feedback from people like, oh, what topic would you want to see next? Or what kind of, which memoir should I read next? And like put a list of 3 memoirs or something like that. And here's key here. When you wrote this, you're like, I don't post on Insta or Facebook because I can't do everything and I've lost interest, but I want to use YouTube community tab. That's great, because if you don't like it, then it's like gonna make it so difficult to do. It's gonna be like dragging your feet through the ground.
Yeah, pulling teeth.
That's why everybody was like, are you on Twitter? And we're like, I don't like it. And so I don't want to post on it. And then people were like, you're on Snapchat? And I'm like, no, I don't really like doing it. And now it's the whole TikTok thing. And I'm like, I'm not there yet. Like maybe later if it changes. But as it stands right now, you really need to like feel what you actually like to do, because that's where the best comes from. That's where the better stuff will come out of, if you actually like it. I've done enough stuff that I don't like to do, and I have enough on my plate, so I have to be extremely cautious about what I take on. And everybody has that mental capacity, energy capacity, and like physical capacity. And when you start doing this for a long time, you need to know what you can take on and what you can't. There's literally a million ways to make money, and we're constantly being pitched different things, but we have to say no to a lot of it. And we have to stick with what we like doing and our stuff, because it's, YouTube coaching, it's design clients. You have to be very protective of your time and your energy, because you will just be floating in the wind and you won't be able to really grow one of those things.
Yeah. While you were talking, I had an idea for a poll, Brenda, for your YouTube community. This is kind of similar a little bit to what Melody does. You know how she broke down the process of writing a book? So it's like coming up with the idea, planning your book, writing the book, getting it published, and then marketing or something like that. If you have a set number of like 3 or 4 options of breaking down all the different topics that you talk about, you can do a poll and say, which area do you struggle with the most, or what would you like to see more content on, and break those topics down. Is it writing the memoir? Is it planning the memoir? Is it publishing the memoir? Whatever it is that you specifically talk about, because it's a great way to kind of see who's tuning in and where they're at. Like YouTube community is a great way for you to get to know who's watching, and you get to understand your audience better and where they're at. That's why we do polls so much in our Facebook groups all the time, and on YouTube community.
They're my favorite. And if you vote, thank you, because I really like seeing all of the numbers and who voted. I like seeing the participation.
Yeah.
Another win.
Whoa, that's crazy.
At the same time.
The company I'm working with that sent me 3 items already want to know if I'd like another product from them.
Whoa.
Cool. Yes. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's exciting, Roland.
Sign you up. You want also CF Moto parts as well?
No, I don't think I'd know what to do with them. I'd like to ride one. Yes.
Yeah. Send me a ride.
Yeah. And then take it back, because I wouldn't know where to store it here.
That's great. Free money stuff is a money saver. Yes. So if if it aligns with you, then take the free product. We did that with StreamYard. So StreamYard, they only do credit. We would honestly make so much money if we got actual money affiliate, but they only pay in StreamYard credit. So we just keep getting StreamYard for free for years, and it's fine because we use StreamYard. So we're okay with that.
It's the same thing with Etsy. When we were doing Etsy videos, when someone would sign up through our Etsy link, we'd get free listings because you have to pay when you list an item on your Etsy store. So there's so many different ways that money, it doesn't just have to be money, and you're still saving a lot.
Timothy says, I think content creators have fears, but we create anyways. Yeah. There's a lot of fear.
Exactly. Just create anyways. Feel the fear and create anyways.
I have to go down to this comment.
What is it?
Is that Spice Girls on your shirt, Jewel? I would wear a Spice Girls shirt because I actually...
Oh, wait, it's Backstreet Boys.
I actually really do like them. Oh, wait, it's Backstreet Boys. Actually... It's
The Office.
The Office.
It's the cast from The Office, the show The Office.
Yeah, which is my favorite show. But I would wear all those shirts. I would wear all of them. Because, I definitely listen to all of them. Braden saying he has to go. A fantastic mastermind. I will definitely reaching out to you, Jewel, for that template. Yeah. Yes, please do. It's so simple, and we want to get those transactions happening for you.
Have a good evening, Braden, and thanks for the super chat.
Yeah, super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
When I get my video camera, I'm going to try to video myself talking. Keep doing it so I know I won't get nervous, because I get very nervous when I do videos.
Yeah,
the more you do it, Lisa, it'll feel more comfortable. For some people, it takes 20 videos. For some people, it takes 100. It's there's no specific number of videos. Some people, they just need to do it a few times and you'll get comfortable, right? Everyone is different. But that's the key, is just to keep doing it if that's something that you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Timothy says, Brenda, your channel always inspires me to write more. Amazing.
Nice.
That is powerful information, Jewel. Yeah, it's something that you learn as you try everything. I tried all this stuff. Anything that flew past me, I tried. And then I had to realize that I'm like, hey, you can't build stuff if you just keep trying everything.
Thanks, Timothy. He says your t-shirts are so cool.
Oh, did he say? Yeah.
This is from a Cirque du Soleil production. One of the Cirque du Soleil shows is called Curios, and it was very steampunk. It had a steampunk theme to it. It was so cool. It was amazing. And I love something about eyes. I'm really attracted to eyes. I used to just, this is a cool fun fact for you, Timothy. I used to just draw eyes all day and every day when I was in school. I loved drawing the iris, the pupil, and this little shine thing, and the eyelashes. I'd be obsessed with drawing eyes for some reason. So I really love this shirt.
Nice. Timothy also says that he finished binge watching The Office show. Love that show. That is my number one favorite television show. I've probably watched the entire season, probably at least 5 to 7 times. I can't remember. I even have a trivia game for it. I say many lines from it. It's it's my favorite. I've never seen The Office on my list. Yeah, it's funny. It's
really good. It's something that I could watch over and over again, even though I have seen it a million times. I'll just stop and rewatch it from the beginning.
Eyes are my favorite parts of the portrait as well.
Yeah.
And Robert California is your favorite. My favorite character is this person Dwight Schrute, and then Michael Scott. Oh my god! But all of them really, each character was
they all add something.
Yeah,
they all add a quirk.
Yeah,
that is essential to what makes the office.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I think we'll end it there. Thank you so much to Braden, Timothy, and everybody, and Lisa for your donations.
Thank you. We appreciate you guys. And thank you to everyone showing up
Participating,
here in the
commenting.
live, also watching the replay. We see you. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, for everyone who's liked the live stream as well, we appreciate you. We'll be back again next week on Thursday at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you then.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good evening.